Got me falling right back.
Alright guys, what's up? I haven't posted a video in like a week, so I decided to do a story time, which is gonna be me telling you guys some sketchy stuff that happened when I went to go get my windows tinted. Yeah. So I went to get my windows tinted maybe like 2 weeks ago, and some sketchy stuff happened. So I went and I asked the guy like, hey, how much would it be to just tint my passenger and driver's side windows? Because I originally removed the tint myself with my friend, and he said like $100. So I was like, okay, $100, that's not bad. And then I told him, well, do you take card or cash? And he was like, oh, well, I take both, but right now my card reader isn't working, so I can only take cash. And I was like, all right, no worries. I'm just gonna go to the bank and get some cash. And then I go, and then I come back, and I'm like, hey, you know, do you have time to, like, because he was working on a car, and I was like, oh, okay, like, you know, like, how long is it gonna take? He's like, oh, I'm gonna be done with it. And then he takes me to the office, and he's like, hey, I can't give you a receipt because if you get 5%, technically it's illegal, so I can't give you a receipt for it. And then I was like, oh, well, in my head I was like, oh, how am I gonna have proof that you did the work? Because he was telling me that there's a lifetime warranty on the tint, or, you know, his work. So he gave me his business card, and he was like, oh, with this, you know, like, in case you get like bubbling or something, you know, with my business card, like, you could just come by. And I was like, in my head I was like, that's retarded as hell, because anybody could just get your business card and then do the tint at home, and they could be like, oh, hey, you didn't do it right. But I was just like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna take your word for it. And when he started to do the tint, it was some really sketchy stuff happened. I was like, in my head I was like, oh, okay, well, in case, you know, this dude, because, you know, his reviews were good, you know, he had a 4.5 stars, but some of the reviews were like, oh, his work isn't that good or something, because he talked me out of doing 3M material, or, you know, the 3M brand. He talked me into this other one. He was saying that he doesn't do a 3M anymore because he had like bubbling issues or something. And I was like, oh, it's kind of weird, because, you know, I've heard really good reviews when it comes to 3M. My bad, I was like emerging into traffic, and some of these drivers do not know how to drive. So he used this other material, and I was like, you know, I didn't really know too much about it. I didn't do my research on that material, but it was still like good material. I guess I never heard of the brand. That's why I was like, oh man, like, it might not be good. It might, you know, it might have issues. I don't know. But actually I don't. Honestly, it's really good material. Keeps out the sun, you know, the UV rays and all this other shit. But yeah, so I was like, once you start working on my car, I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take some pictures or videos of him working on the car, so I can have proof in case he does decide to do some sketch stuff. And his shop was big. Just picture like a small little warehouse, big enough for like 2 or 3 cars, and then one of those drop roll-up gates. And he started working on the car, and then I feel like he put the gate down because it was kind of hot that day. So I was like, okay, you know, maybe, I don't know, something to do with the heat or something, I don't know. Maybe that's why he put it down. So I was like, all right, it's cool, you know. But I was still like, oh man, because I left my wallet in there, I left my Oreos, and I'm like, you know, it was a brand new packet of Oreos I was eating, and I didn't get to finish, huh? but I left my backpack in there and stuff. So I was like, oh man, I don't want him to like steal anything or take anything. You know, being hella precautious and stuff. But it was just like, it kind of threw me off, saying like, oh, I can't give you a receipt, even though, because I went to a couple other shops that they were like, you know, same stars, 5 stars, 4.5 stars, and they were all like, yeah, we'll give you a receipt. It's just with them, I needed to wait like a week or two to do it, and I didn't really want to wait that long. And when I was waiting, these like 3 cars pulled up, you know, kind of at different times. Well, one of them at different times, and then the other 2 at the same time. And it was this lady with like a dent on her like left side front fender, and it had like a dent. And then this guy comes out with like a hammer and like, you know, like the little suction thing to remove the any dents. And then he's like, oh, let me do it for you, I got you. And then he starts to do it, and it's super sketchy how he just looks. Like, it's just, you know, the dude looked like that one actor from The Girl Next Door. Don't worry, I'm gonna post a picture right here just so you guys can know who I'm talking about. He looks so sketchy. You know, he was like in a Cadillac, and then his kid came out, or some kid came out with the tools, with more tools, and then they were just like removing it. And then I think he charged her. I don't really know. I wasn't really trying to like get in the business, but I was sitting like near them because, you know, I was just sitting in the parking lot waiting for my car to get fixed, because the guy didn't have like a little like waiting area with chairs, so I was just waiting there in the parking lot. And then they ended up leaving after he fixed the car, you know, and he chatted up with that girl, probably got her number or something, I don't know. I don't really care. But they left, and then that other car that pulled up stayed there. It was still there. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, it's like a brand new Camry or Corolla. And I'm like, okay, this car, it's probably like waiting to get tinted. But then I took a second look at the car. I'm like, hold up, it has like 5% all around, like, you know, all 4 windows, and I think the back window too. And I'm like, huh, that's a little sketchy what he's doing, or he, I don't know, I couldn't remember if it was a guy or a girl. And I started to like not want to be sitting down right there in the parking lot. I just wanted to like kind of stretch and just walk around. So I started to walk around a bit, and then this like really beat up Honda pulls up next to that car, and it's a couple, a guy driving and then a woman. And I'm not trying to judge or assume or anything, but I'm not saying they were crackheads or anything like that, but they kind of look like, you know, they hit the pipe a little too much. But I could be wrong. But the woman gets out of the passenger side and then goes onto the passenger side of that car, that white car, the Corolla Camry that was right there parked. And I don't know if she went to like, you know, go do some, you know, what's the right word to use? You know, like, I'm getting distracted. I don't know if she went to go, you know, do like a handy, you know, a little hand job, or, you know, VJ or something for some narcotics or something. But maybe she did. I don't know. She was in there for a while, and, you know, I was still waiting there. Like, all this took like 30 minutes. All this like sketchy stuff. And I was just like waiting there. And I'm like, you know, like that lady that went in the passenger side was in there for a cool bit. And the guy was just like, I don't know, he was doing some weird shit. He was like, he got out of the car, popped his trunk, and it looked like he was trying to like hook up some speakers to his like trunk. I was like, oh, it's fucking, you know, out of all places, you're gonna do it right here while you're waiting, if you're doing a drug deal. And then my car, like, it looked like the guy like pulled up the rolling gate, and it looked like he was almost done. And I was like, all right, cool. So kind of waited in front of it, just because he was I don't know how to do window tint, but he was like kind of like scraping on top of the glass, I think, to like make sure like it curves she gets out of the car and then goes back to her car, and then that's when the guy kind of stops. And oh, I gotta fix my side mirrors. They're so off. Here, give me a sec. Oh my god, dude. Why are you matching my speed if I'm trying to merge out? I don't get that. Oh wait, actually I should go get gas. Never mind. I'm not gonna take this exit. I gotta go get gas. Yeah, I'm like literally like at 5 miles till empty. Oh, no. Okay, I'm at 4. Damn, I really gotta go get gas. And then, okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, she gets out of the car, and then she goes back to her car, and then the white car just like dips out, you know, it just drives off normal. And then she gets inside, and then the guy gets back inside. He like closes his trunk, and then they start smoking in there. And I was like, you know, well, you could tell the smell of weed. Like you can hella tell right away. You know, it fucking just stinks up everything. But I was like, I don't know. That doesn't really look like weed, and it doesn't. You know what she was hitting it off from? I'm like, that's no pipe. You know, that's no like weed pipe. So I was like, well, I'm not trying to stand that close because I don't want to inhale any of that like stuff if it's like meth or crack or something. So I was like just waiting there awkwardly, you know, trying to like I was like on Snapchat just trying to load it like more stories, but nobody was posting. So I was like, oh man, it's just super awkward. It's like cars don't let you merge for shit in San Jose. What's up with these people? Man. I swear. Yeah, and then basically my car got finished, and the results are really good. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like here, wait up. Let me just merge again. My exit's coming up. Okay, so watch. Let me see if you guys can see. I'm filming through my phone right now. I didn't have my camera, but this is a 5% from the inside. Oh, nice. It is a Challenger. Okay, so that's 5%, and then this is like, you know, 0. I don't have any tint right here. You guys can see like the difference. Look how like different that is. Alright, well I'm pulling up to the gas station right now so I can put some gas, and I'll do a little walk around on the car from the outside view, or not, because there's so many cars here, and this lady is like giving me this weird ass look. Like you see this lady right there, bruh? Like she gave me this weird ass look. Like she's trying to exit when that's the entrance. But whatever. Oh wait. There's a sign on the gas pump. Hopefully it's not locked. I mean, hopefully it works. Cause if it doesn't work, that sucks. Let me see. Please use debit credit inside. Oh, okay, cool. So it's just like one of those things where you know, the little sliders to steal your information and stuff. Well, I'll do a little walk around of the car so you guys can look at the temp. Okay, and then that's how the window tint looks like. So this is 5%. And I believe this is 5%, but this came with the car.